Hey Soup, it's Claytano. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So today I'm going to be telling you guys the top 10 mistakes that new players make, okay? And just to jump right in today here, the number one mistake that new players make is thinking Chao is a good monster.
Okay, guys, I know you guys were not saying much, but I want Chao. I don't care if I want Chao.
Chao is not a good monster for all the reasons that I listed in that interview with Comtua's dude. He's really not viable for anything unless you want to take 10 minutes to finish Dragon's B10, which I guess could be useful if you haven't beaten it before, but on a consistent basis, you guys don't want to be taking 10 minutes to beat Dragon's B10. The second most common mistake that new players make is focusing on Arena before focusing on your Giants B10 team. If you can't auto GB10, you shouldn't be making Arena monsters yet. Now, that doesn't mean feed them, so definitely don't do that, but just don't necessarily work on arena specific monsters until you can find something that can farm Giants B10. The next mistake that new players make is listening to everything they hear, read, or watch online about Summoner's War. Yes, there is a lot of good information out there about Summoner's War, but there's just as much bad information about it out there as well. So before you go 6-star in Copper as your first 6-star monster, do your research, ask around, talk to G3 players, talk to even Guardian players and see if that's what they think that you should do as well. The next mistake would be spending 100% of your crystals on summoning. Now this is actually more for mid-game players that already have a 5-star or 2 and can auto DB10 and GB10. But I see it time and time again that they just keep continuing to dump thousands of crystals into summonings when they don't need any more monsters than they already have. Sure, they might get more 5-star monsters, but without good runes, those 5-star monsters are basically just pretty paperweights. Nothing more. So make sure you guys invest your crystals in energy and shop refreshes as well in order to gain high quality runes. Otherwise, you'll be stuck mid-game forever with 50 natural 5-star monsters thinking, where the hell did I go wrong? Why can't I be Guardian? Which leads me to my next mistake that most players make is buying the wrong things in Guild War, Arena, and Magic Shop. So what should you buy with your hard-earned points? Well, in the Glory Shop, you should definitely focus on Devilmon first every single week. That's the main thing that you need to be buying 100% of the time. Then any leftover points, throw it into the Mysterious Plant, the Sanctum of Energy, and your Sky Tribe Totem in that order. Once you guys get those buildings maxed, then it's pretty much up to your discretion on which buildings you max after that based on your style of play. For the Guild Shop, make sure you buy the Rainbow Mon just like you would buy the Devilmon in the Arena Shop, okay? Because that's the most important thing in that store. Then of course, any leftover points as well, you can throw those into Ifrit pieces if you don't have them all yet, or you can put them into buildings and an occasional legendary piece as well if you have some left over after that. As for the Magic Shop, you want to be buying every single mystical scroll that you see because those don't come around very often, and who knows, you might even get a 5-star monster out of that one. Make sure you're also buying every light, dark, and legendary piece and any runes that you might see being useful either now or in the future because they don't always come around very often. So if you see something that you might be able to use later on, definitely pick it up as you go. And this actually leads right into the next mistake as well, which is not keeping at least 500,000 mana stones at all times. Because as you heard, there's a lot of crap that you need to be buying from the shops. And I can't tell you how many times I've heard people saying that there's this awesome rune in their shop, but they don't have enough mana to cover the cost of it. So as long as you keep 500,000 mana as your bottom line, you should never miss out on another good rune again. Now number 6 on the list is actually something that's very, very controversial, and you guys might not have known this at all or heard from anyone else. So I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret here, okay? And that's 6-starring a farming monster. So that means having a specific monster that you made 6-star just for the sole purpose of either farming Faimon Hell or Aiden Hell. Now, is it nice to have? Of course it is. I mean, you're gonna want something that can at least clear a couple stages. Does it have to be Faimon Hell or Aiden Hell? No, it doesn't. But what's gonna happen is throughout your normal progression of the game, you're gonna get monsters that can at least do a decent job of farming, decent enough that they can level up their other monsters. But here's the real secret behind all of this, okay? Now, farming dragons, giants, necro, and even raiding now is a great way to level up your monsters, okay? And I'm gonna explain myself here. So when you farm those dungeons, you're getting Rainbow Mon that can be used, guess what, to level up your monsters and evolve your monsters that you want to have. So the only time you would really need a Paimon or Aiden Hell Farmer is when you get a new 5-star monster that you want to level up to like 35 or, you know, go along the way. But you don't need to be leveling fodder monsters up from 3 stars to max 3 stars to 4 stars to max 4 stars and so on and so forth, because you're gonna get those Rainbow Mon from your dungeon runs automatically, and at the same time you're going to be getting good runes as well. So it's like maximizing your resources 101. It's really great, guys. You should try it sometime. All right, so this next mistake that most players make is a mistake that I fell into as well, and that's having an alternate account. Okay, there is nothing worse. Like, for what reason do you have an alternate account? Because we all know that it's gonna get better summons than your main account, you know, and you're gonna wanna put all your time into it and investing more money into that one, and it's just gonna be not fun, okay? You're gonna have too much to do, too much to think about. You're always gonna be wondering, should I make my alt my main? Should I make my main my alt now? And it's not gonna be good for your progression through the game. So my suggestion to you, if you have an alt, sell it or give it away. Like I'm giving away my Xerato account. I have a great alternate account, and at one point I was like, maybe I should make this my main. But I decided, no, I'm not gonna put any more time into it. I'm gonna give it away to you guys because I don't need it. I spend my time on my main account, and I grew exponentially from that point on, and I didn't ever look back, okay? All right, so number 7 on the list is something that, you know, I fell into this trap as well when I first started playing, and I don't want you guys to make the same mistake, okay? Now this is, stop trying to be Christopher freaking Columbus, okay? Stop trying to, you know, take a monster that you've never heard of before and try to make him good, because most likely that monster has already been 6-starred by somebody else throughout the game, and they realized that he sucked, and then, you know, they just ended up having a 6-star monster sitting in their monster box that they never use. They don't have any runes on it, and it's just in storage and a waste of time, okay? I almost guarantee you that you haven't just found the next Konamiya or Shannon, you know, that's gonna turn the game around, and all the players are gonna start using it because you started using it first and you found out that it was OP. Okay, it's probably not gonna happen because there's a lot of players out there. There's a lot of people that have time to invest into this. Don't do it. Just go with what's tried and true. Go with what you know what works, okay? Don't try to make something that's iffy, that you think, hey, I got this great idea, nobody else is using this monster, but I think it's gonna be good. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not going to. I'm sorry, I fell into the same mistake. I 6-starred Rena. Now, she's making a little bit of a comeback in Guardian 3 Arena, but it's a stupid meta that guys in Guardian 3, just stop it. Just stop it right now. Rena, just leave her down there, way down. You know, dig a ditch and then put her in there and then bury it up, because Rena's not cool. She's not a cool monster. Don't use her anymore. Please. Thank you. Thank you. The next mistake that not even new players, but all players make this mistake is being salty. Okay, that means being salty about everything else that you see other people's accounts getting. One of the best things about this game is that monsters aren't everything. So quit looking at everybody else's 5-star monsters and stop being salty when you see them, you know, the same person summon 2 light dark nat 5-stars right in a row in front of your face. Because the fact of the matter is, it's not going to change the monsters that are in your box. So the best possible thing to do is look at the monsters you actually do have and figure out a way to make that particular set of monsters work as a unit. Otherwise, the game will continue to frustrate the hell out of you, make you just, you know, rage every time you log into a drop channel where you see, you know, 5 nat 5s being summoned right as soon as you log in, and that makes you just want to log right back out. Yeah, have you ever had that happen? I have, multiple times. Pretty much actually on a daily basis, when people just summon 5-stars as soon as I log in. Just hold off, okay? Just hold off until I log in for just a little bit, okay? That's all I ask. But anyway, back to what I was saying. It'll ruin your day. Don't let it ruin your day. It'll make you quit. Don't let it make you quit, because it doesn't matter, okay? It's not gonna change anything. And lastly, number 10, go back to number 9 and look at that one again because it's really, really important and I can't stress it enough for you guys. Luck isn't always going to be on your side and there's honestly really nothing you can do about it. So all you can do really is just keep farming. Farm like your life depends on it. Farm like your life depends on the fruits of your labors that you pick from the orchard. Farm like you haven't eaten in years and then farm some more. So that way you have a dessert that you can eat after you farm your other food. And then farm some potatoes so that way they can sit there and potate and you don't have to potate, you don't have to hate, and you could just look at your own monster box and think, damn, I'm gonna make this the best 4-star group you've ever seen in your life because that's what I have and I'm gonna do the best I can with them. So I hope you guys took this video to heart and really take these 10 things into consideration, and if you do, I guarantee you that you're gonna see a much greater progression in the game and it's gonna be faster than you've ever seen happen before, okay? But thank you so much for watching and stay soupy, my friends. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. If you want to see my previous video, click on the link. Also, the links for my Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter will be in the description. And if you subscribe, I'll send you a t-shirt when I hit 5,000 subs. As always, stay soupy and don't be a potato.